Person may say, okay, I have a good message, I have something good to share with people, how do I start? Addressing the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Allah Jalla wa Ala says, Ya ayyuhar Rasul, O Messenger, balligh ma unzila ilayka min rabbik, convey that which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed to you. This was wahi, this was revelation. In another verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, He says, don't worry about the people, wallahu ya'simuka minan nas, and don't fear the people. You've got something good to give, or you've got something good to do, a good initiative. Don't be shy. Go forth. The address to the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam is to convey the goodness that he had. Look at the Sahaba radiallahu anhum. It's recorded in the hadith that some of the Ansar, the senior Sahaba, they asked Umar radiallahu anhu. They said, why is it that you bring this youngster? Who was the youngster? Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma. Why do you bring him to the gathering of the seniors? And he replies, he says, this child knows that which others do not know, including themselves. And he wanted to show them. He says, O son of Abbas, what do you say of the surah, إِذَا جَاءَ نَصْرُ اللَّهِ وَالْفَتْحِ? Those who were around, they answered, they gave a general meaning. Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma, and he's a youngster, maybe about 10, 11, 12, roughly there. He says that this surah is an indication from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that the life of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam is coming to an end. What's the point I want to get at? Here the youngster, one who was very small amongst the seniors, he's speaking, he's interacting with them, he's welcome in their gatherings. So what about us? We have got to have an environment where we encourage those who are young as well as those who are old. Whatever goodness you've got, come and share it. And this is not only when it comes to Islamic knowledge, even general knowledge, something of benefit. You have a skill that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you. Teach others. There's two ahadith I'll mention for you. It's recorded in Sahih al-Bukhari that Abdullah ibn Umar radiallahu anhuma, he says, one day we were sitting with the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he asks those in the gathering that there is a tree, and this tree is similar to a believer, and he asks them, name the tree. What is the tree? There were senior Sahaba who were also there. So he says, the people started mentioning different trees, different names, exotic trees, those which are from the Bawadi, the villages, etc. And he says, I thought in my heart that it is the palm tree, but I didn't speak. What's this? This is just a general knowledge question. I thought it was the palm tree, but I didn't speak. Eventually the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam informs them that it is the palm tree. He says, and I went and I was with my father Umar radiallahu anhu, and I told him that, you know, this question, I had the answer for it, but I didn't speak. Umar radiallahu anhu says, how I wish you had spoken, knowing that firstly, he had the knowledge, he knew what it was, and number two, the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam would have probably made dua for him for so much goodness. So similarly, at times when you are shy and you don't want to share that goodness that you have with others, you yourself may be at a loss in this world or in the next. At times you may not be sinful, but you may lose out on a higher position in this world as well as in Jannah. The second hadith I want to touch on, speaking about general knowledge or good knowledge, it also includes Islamic knowledge. We all know the hadith in Sahih Muslim where the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam says, when a person dies, all his deeds come to an end. In qata amaluhu illa min thalath. Then he mentions illa min sadaqatin jariyah aw ilmin yuntafa'u bih. First is sadaqah jariyah, any charity that is continuous, that carries on, like a waqf, for example. A person's died, but the masjid that he built or the well that he dug, people are still benefiting from it, hence he is rewarded. The second is the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam says, any beneficial knowledge that he left behind. Some of the scholars of hadith, when explaining this, they mention, yes, first and foremost, Islamic knowledge. Any Islamic knowledge you had, you taught others. After you passed away, they benefited from this knowledge. Inshallah, you will be rewarded. Some of them go a step further and they say this includes any beneficial knowledge, even if it's worldly knowledge. And the fadl and virtue and kindness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is vast. The virtue of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is vast. You saw a youngster, for example, and you gave him some confidence. You taught him a new skill. You taught him something which would benefit him in this dunya as well as in the akhirah. Bi-idhnillah, you will be rewarded. And if he teaches others, that chain of reward will carry on. So be from those who, whatever goodness you have, don't be shy to share it with others.